could have made it. Oh, that was so red, dude. Come on. Just saw another e-bike. So if you haven't bought an e-bike, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know if you can hear my chain, but my drivetrain right now is like really weird. It's jumping too much. I think the worst thing that this bike has, my FLX, is that the railer doesn't really work well. That's never really worked, and I adjusted it all the time, but it never worked. So if I've updated anything from this bike, would be the derailleur. It's just terrible. So a little update on my bicycle, my juice bike. I sent the controller and the hub motor, and they got it on, I want to say Saturday. So today's Tuesday. So no word on anything at all. Only that they got it, because I could check the FedEx thing and they did get it. So usually what happened is that I got the box on Sunday, but it had no label, so they emailed me the label later, and I had to print that out and stick it to my package. So the only thing I don't like about doing videos in the afternoon is that my vocal cords are gone. So, yeah, I do a lot of talking at work, so by the time I get out, they're completely shot. So, I apologize if I sound a little bit raspy. So I did send everything, and I'm just waiting on it. So we went from being like 37 to, God, like 80, high 80s right now. So I'm baking right now. Gosh, come on. So as of today, I'm actually out of warranty for the juice bike. So I just managed to do that on time before it got weird. Anyway, yeah, my FLX derailleur today is just super annoying. And what are you doing? Dude, come on. speed it up because I don't like. See how that sounds? Is not sounding well. Anyway. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm still waiting on my battery that I bought, the version 2. And the thing is that I'm still learning how to take care of my battery, even though you don't really do much to it. Taking care of the battery is kind of annoying because batteries are like so picky with the weather. So there's a lot of things that I had to read about batteries because I didn't know how to take care of them. So I guess this video is about how to take care of your battery.
If you have an e-bike, chances are that it came with one of the following: 36, 48, 52 volt, 72 volt, 84, or 100 volts. Things to remember about the voltage is that the higher the voltage, the higher the power. Most e-bikes come in either a 36 to 52 volts. The 72 volt to 100 volt batteries are mostly commonly found in higher end e-bikes, monowheels, and scooters. High volt batteries are a concern, since anything higher than 45 volts can burn the skin, and they are essentially a shock hazard. So that is why it's extremely important never to tinker with any e-bike battery, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You can seriously burn your skin or burn down your house. Basic things you need to know about your battery is that the batteries that typically come in an e-bike are lithium ion, mainly because they are low weight and volume and high energy. E-bikes come with a BMS that will protect the battery from overheating and combustion. Your e-bike battery comes with an BMS, a battery management system that will protect the battery from overheating. Some e-bikes have battery packs that allow you to connect to your battery. They're called smart BMSs, which can help you monitor your cells more effectively. Some aftermarket batteries also come with this feature. The V1 version of the Juice Bike is an example of batteries that come with a regular BMS. The version 2 of the Juice Bike batteries will allow you to connect to their BMS because they will come with a smart BMS. However, the V2 version of the Juice Bikes will come with the smart BMS, and this will allow you to connect to the BMS via Bluetooth.
So the thing that I didn't know about my battery is that after you ride, you can't really go and plug it in. You have to kind of wait until it cools down a little bit because you can plug it in right away because it's already hot. And when you plug it in, it gets hot again. So that excess heat might mess up your cells. So you might want to let it cool down. So I was reading online that you're not supposed to go above 30 degrees Celsius, which is kind of funny because most e-bikes that you buy from the store don't have access to the BMS. So I would just leave it and wait for it, for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I think that it could be safe to go and plug it in. Or if you touch your battery and it feels hot, maybe you shouldn't do it. So I was reading your battery hit. Well, our battery doesn't like extreme heat or extreme cold. I don't have a problem with cold weather, because I don't live in a place where it's cold. But according to what I read, you're not supposed to use your battery if it's less than 40 degrees. Or you cannot store your battery if it's negative 10 Celsius or 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, so extreme heat and extreme cold is really bad for your battery. So people who leave it outside parked in direct sunlight, that's not good either. You should never leave it outside, especially if you live in climates such as mine. See, this is what I have to freaking deal with. It's a freaking every day. It's not just today. Every day. It's like I would. So this is what I didn't do the video. I had to do a voiceover most of it. There's no way on earth I could have done it. Not like this. Oh. Yep. I am wearing neon yellow, and they still can't see me. So I don't know how much you could hear me, but I'm getting this headwind that's so annoying. So I hope I'm picking up on the mic. Crazy turn. Crazy turn. Woo! Let's go. I know. But we are already here. Gosh, this is so annoying. See, they're supposed to yield, but they see me, and even if I were to go, they wouldn't stop. So, because I want to make it to the next day, I have to wait until there's really nobody. dude's about to block me. You see how dangerous these things are? And it's gonna be... Are you gonna cross or are you gonna be a not let me through? I don't know if you noticed, but that truck driver had the light signal so wrong. He was saying he was going to go left when in reality he was going to go right. So store your battery at 80% charge and don't let it discharge to nothing because it might not come back if you leave it at zero for a long period of time. So no battery should be left at zero for a long period of time. So constantly be checking on it if you're not riding it. I once ordered a Segway, and when I received it, the battery was dead and it wouldn't take charge, and it was brand new. Some batteries you can reset, but sometimes that doesn't work. So why risk it? So what I end up doing is sending it back, and they send me a new one. And that one actually worked. But just be mindful that that could happen. So when you charge your battery, you shouldn't charge it all the way they say that you shouldn't, so you can prolong your battery life. Because the battery has I think, life cycle, so you could charge your battery X amount of times. Some people say it's 500 times. Others say that it's about 300. So I think that the life cycle of the batteries, they're probably just equal whatever warranty they give you, 1 to 1.5 years or whatever. I think that's the true measure of it. So with batteries that don't have a BMS, you can't really, like a BMS that you could log into, because all batteries have a BMS, but you cannot access it. So if you cannot see how many times you charge your battery, you could only guesstimate. So I'm thinking if you are like me with heavy use, that it's probably just gonna last you a bit, like a year or so. Like this battery, I charge 2 times a day, completely charged. And the juice battery, I only do it once a day. I have a fast charger on this one, and it doesn't take too long. So FLX included a fast charger on no charge. It was the charger that they ship their bikes with. Most other e-bike manufacturers, they don't include the fast charger, something you have to buy on the side, which I think is ridiculous considering that most e-bikes nowadays have really, really large capacity batteries. So I charge my batteries all the way. I don't do the 80% thing, because if I do the 80% thing, I won't make it. And I think that depends on how far you're going. But if you could do it, you we just do it. But if you're like me and you can't, just live with it. Oh my God. So batteries, they don't like too hot, too cold, but they only like the middle. So if you don't take care of them, it's a very, very expensive replacement. So I hope you learned something. I know I threw a lot of geeky info, but there's no other way to do it but to welcome the geeky info in hopes that your battery stays healthy for a very long time. So if you like the content of this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, because most of you are not subscribed, and I'm really, really, really trying to grow the channel, and the only way I could do this is through subscription. So subscribe, and as always, ride safely.